and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the Apfc Flyweight division, sponsored by 18th Street Brewery. And your referee in charge is Rob Madrigal. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, official weight 126.4 pounds. Coming tonight with 5 victories and 3 defeats from Hobart, Indiana, JJ Lil Dirty Johnson. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 125 pounds. Coming in tonight with 5 victories and 3 defeats from Markham, Illinois, Anthony Backwood Jackson.
Anthony Jackson in the white spandex trunks with the adorned with the Chicago flag. JJ Johnson in the black board short, or in the gray board shorts. I apologize. Both fighters, touch of gloves. JJ Johnson starts with a leg kick, counter right hook by Jackson.
Jackson, beautiful check hook there.
Jackson underhook.
Makes Johnson rethink his approach, comes right into the grappling sequence, but Jackson wants no part of that.
Jackson's waving off the takedown attempts. Left right punch by Jackson, moving forward, overhand right, shot by JJ Johnson. Jackson.
I'm loving the confidence I'm seeing by Jackson.
Huh? Jackson gets the takedown.
Johnson securing the triangle. Wow.
From his back, wrestlers often don't train from their back because they're not there enough in practice.
Johnson on the back of the head, he may be able to finish this if he just settles in the position, keeps his head down. Jackson needs to try to posture up. He's against the cage, so he's in a good position to posture and try to break the legs of Johnson, but Johnson's staying committed to that triangle.
Johnson's gonna have to be very careful not to burn his legs out on something that he might not have.
Good call there, Mike. As you see, Johnson has the triangle. However, his right foot isn't exactly in the crevice of his knee. So the frame there isn't really stable, and it looks like Jackson may be able to weave his head out of there a little bit.
Swinging JJ Johnson is Anthony Jackson, and back to the feet. Look at a little bit of labor, Jackson. That triangle must have been tight.
Jackson's like, I want no parts of that right now. He took a few steps back. We got to restart.
JJ Johnson's a little bit flat-footed ever since that left-right punch lands by Jackson. Uppercut by Jackson as well. Johnson's in a world of trouble. Johnson once again on his back, and Jackson raining down punches on top of Johnson.
Beautiful uppercut there by Jackson, which essentially changes the tide of the fight now. Now Jackson's on top and has Johnson on his back. You know, after being rocked, I don't know if Johnson's going to be able to set up that triangle.
It's almost as if Johnson was a little bit frantic to start the pace instead of relaxed.
True, and then, you know, once he got that feel of that power too, that kind of changes things a little bit as well too.
Yeah. Johnson on his back, Jackson in top position. I don't think Jackson wants to be here long. He's doing so well in the stand-up.
Very much so, and Johnson doesn't seem to be comfortable there. So doing a great job, just stepping back, getting the restart. Maybe look to land more strikes.
Ooh, the legs are a little bit wobbly on Johnson. He may have burned himself out on that triangle. With an adrenaline dump, lactic acid, in for a shot again is JJ Johnson. Ooh, nice takedown by Johnson to end the round, 10 seconds left.
Johnson right in the side guard, knee on belly here for him. Not enough time to really work, but definitely making a statement there.
I'll tell you, I thought Johnson looked like he was in a little bit of trouble. Definitely faced some adversity in that round, but that last 10 seconds probably breathed a lot of confidence into JJ Johnson.
For sure, and I mean, from a judging perspective too, you know, judges typically remember the last thing they saw, and that was the takedown there for Johnson. Here we see the triangle, which, you know, I mean, a few more adjustments that probably could have ended the fight, to be honest, but Jackson was able to make adjustments on his side and work his way out. Got back to his feet, landed some bombs, and sat Johnson down. Beautiful takedown there by Johnson.
Nice round by Anthony Jackson. In the corner of JJ Johnson, we've got Dante Colosa and Armando Reyna. Armando Reyna, he's got Maxim Gym, a Carlson Gracie affiliate. In Anthony Jackson's corner, we've got Mark Ritchie and Dan Mulroney. Dan Mulroney, MMA star. Sean Shitwood he's a black belt over Sean Shitwood. And we're gonna start round 2.
Now we saw in that first round, Johnson wants to drag this fight to the mat. Jackson wants to stay on his feet and bang and possibly end it early.
Ooh, shot to the body by Johnson. Another kick to the body lands by Johnson. Backing up. Jackson is continuing to push Johnson back with his punches. In on a single leg, back to an upper body clinch. Jackson's very difficult to take down.
You know, and that's a testament to his strength. Now, Johnson has been successful a few times with the takedowns.
Onto the ground. Ooh, and back to the feet is
Jackson, an athlete.
Action,
man.
Jackson, baby. Like and calm, too. I mean, the calm, collected, confident. I mean, that's what you want in an athlete.
For sure, man. And Johnson knows he doesn't want to allow Jackson any space here in this fight, because a few times Jackson was able to get some space. He definitely made a statement with his striking.
Into the clinch. J.J. Johnson pushing Anthony Jackson against the cage, landing some solid knees to the ribs.
Go to the cage. Go grab it.
And this is where Johnson wants to be here, just kind of wearing on Jackson here. Even though Jackson is able to, you know, use the strength there, now Johnson going to the back to the clinch.
It's something he feels comfortable with. A lifetime of wrestling will do that.
I don't even think he's even trying to secure the takedown here. I think he's comfortable just tying him up and weathering and weighing on his opponent.
Left right punches by Jackson. J.J. Johnson, ooh, he had a real weird movement coming off that cage. Okay, one of his legs might be compromised. One of J.J. Johnson's legs might be compromised. We got 1:10 left in this second round. Up kicks by Johnson. Ooh, ankle pick.
Nice sweep there by Johnson. Off of his back, able to transition to his feet now to a front headlock position. Now, Johnson being the wrestler, the only thing is his back has been against the cage quite a bit during this fight. So he's unable to get his straight shots off. He's putting himself in a position.
Good call, David. You know, Johnson's also making Jackson carry his weight as well.
Very much so, and that's gonna play, you know, as the longer this fight goes on, that's gonna play a factor.
Nice takedown by Johnson. Peppering right-hand punches by Johnson.
Johnson able to get on his back.
Jackson is flat right now against the mat. I think Jackson may have hit a cardio wall.
He spent so much time and energy defending those takedowns, you know, in a way that he did. I don't think he's going to be able to defend this rear naked choke.
Completely stretched out is Anthony Jackson, and there's less than 10 seconds left in this round.
It looked like it may have been deep there.
Jackson's out. Oh, no. No. I don't know, man. That was...
It looked like it may have been deep. I didn't know what direction we were going there. We were calling the end of this fight or not, but Jackson's still in there.
Just the way Jackson kind of came out of that, it looked like he may have been out. Am I off on that?
No, you're not off. Like I said, I didn't know which direction we were going there with their back turned to us, but it looked like he could have been out for a second.
I think the leg of Johnson might be a little compromised, too, by the way he kind of came off that fence and the way he's wrestling. He's not really going for a takedown. It's more of making Jackson carry him.
Very much so. His leg could be compromised. However, we now know the gas tank of Jackson is also compromised.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. We got Danny Mulroney giving instructions to Anthony Jackson.
I think what the adjustment Jackson needs to make, he's done a decent job defending some of the takedowns by Johnson, but he needs to change his level.
We're into the third round again. That's the story of the night.
High tides raise all ships is what we're seeing. You know, the level of talent here, man, it's hard.
Oops, slow to come out of the corner is Anthony Jackson. A little flat-footed is J.J. Johnson. Ooh, uppercut, left-right punch lands by J.J. Johnson. Johnson in for a single leg and a big takedown by J.J. Johnson.
Beautiful chain wrestling there by Johnson. Went to the shot, didn't get it right away. Stayed stuck to his opponent, was able to get the finish. Now he's in a great position here inside there.
And this is exactly where J.J. Johnson wants to be. Like, if you've got an issue with one of your legs, you need to kind of bide your time and work your ground game. Right into full mount is J.J. Johnson.
Slid across the belly right away into the arm triangle there by Johnson. All he needs to do is sink his right shoulder in there a little bit deeper, come out to the side, sag those hips.
Watch your fingers, watch your fingers.
And
Plugging the nose. Look at plugging the nose is J.J. Johnson.
Now Johnson has the arm triangle, but I don't believe his shoulder's deep enough there to secure the finish. Great
Survivor.
transition to the back
Yeah,
here.
Jackson is a survivor.
Gotta get out here, Joe.
Johnson on top, just peppering him, sinking that left arm in a little bit deeper, perhaps going for the choke again.
Thumbs up by Anthony Jackson. J.J. Johnson completely upending Jackson's body, trying to get that rear naked choke in. Peppering punches by Johnson.
I mean, you can't be in a much better position here if you're Johnson. You know, stretching your opponent out on the back. Now it's just a matter of how do we finish.
Put your finger on the glove. That's the back of the head, man.
You see the referee, Rob Madrigal, releasing the grip of the glove. Ooh, I think they're calling a good move. Jackson's a survivor, but he was out of gas. He's a survivor, man. Ton of respect for Anthony Jackson. Ton of respect.
Very much so. Saw a lot of good things from him. Even just the conclusion of that fight, it wasn't anything he did wrong, just not answering maybe the call.
It was the road work. The road work was the defining factor. And the way Johnson made Jackson carry his weight helped labor the cardio of Anthony Jackson.
Definitely paid dividends.
So David Evans, this is our third APFC that we're calling, from what I understand. We've got 8 in total this year.
That means it's going to be a lot of action-packed events, man. I'm excited for it, man. And, you know, we just say APFC is, I mean, if you ask me, has been leading the charge as far as, you know, giving these up-and-coming fighters a stage and a foundation to build their careers.
We're going to send it away to a ring announcer and make this fight official.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Rob Madrigal, called a stop to the contest at 1 minute 52 seconds of round number 3 for your winner by TKO, J.J. Lil Dirty Johnson.
This is one of those fights where Anthony Jackson, it's going to bother him, and it's going to push him in the gym like nothing ever would.
Very much so. The ones that, it's a